So welcome back. Great that you're here for the lesson 3. We're going to add a few things. We're going to make a few things a little more challenging. And the rule is keep it safe. Don't do anything that hurts. So you should watch that second video until you feel confident with all that. And then you'll watch this one until you feel confident with all of this. And I don't just mean intellectually, I mean your body is ready for more, and so you go on to the next step. So we're going to get to our back. I'm assuming you know how to keep it safe. Going down to my back. Bring the knees in, hold on to your knees, gently roll a little bit each way. Place your feet on the floor, your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. So be comfortable here. Your eyes closed. Squeeze your eyes shut, prune up your lips. Curl your toes in, tighten your rear end muscles. Take a long breath in. And then relax those places. With your eyes still closed, just allow your breath to be exactly as it is. Be curious about your breath. Where are you bringing your attention to find out about your breath? Just notice if your belly moves at all. It may or may not. And now, could you notice how it feels at your belly and clear your throat? And do that one more time. So you should feel movement at your belly. We're going to do an M sound. Take a long breath in. Your breath may be shorter or longer than mine. Just notice if your belly moved. And if it's moving now. And now do a pelvic tilt. Feel your low back go closer to the floor. There should be some work in your low belly because of that. Notice how it feels in your low belly and release the pelvic tilt. Bring one knee in towards your belly and your other knee in. Hold on to each knee with a hand. Gently roll a little bit each way. Take a long breath in and out. And then place your feet on the floor, your arms right at your sides for bridge. Turn the tailbone up so the low back goes closer to the floor. Also, that's a pelvic tilt. Push into your feet and bring your rear end away from the floor. You should feel the work in your thighs and your rear end. Long breath. So notice if you open your eyes, what can you see? You should be seeing the ceiling. But notice if you're seeing the wall behind you. You could lower the rear end down. Bring the pads of your fingers behind your head. Bring your head up. So you're doing a pelvic tilt here. Now you're going to bring your chin towards your chest. The back of the neck long right here. The back of the neck long. And then we're going to try to keep the chin in for a bit of time. And then lower the head down. When we have a big curve in the back of our neck, we'll be looking behind us rather than the ceiling. So we're going to do that again. Pelvic tilt, pads of the fingers behind your head up. Nice long breath in and out. You don't want to be yanking on your head here. You kind of want to rest your head in your hands and then just feel the upper belly. This makes more sense as you get stronger. So you're just doing what you can, but don't yank your head up. okay? Then we're gonna lower our head down, do bridge again, arms at sides, palms down, turn tailbone up and bring rear end away from the floor. We're gonna hold for a bit longer now. You can close your eyes, press the big ball mounds of your feet down. That's the big toe side of your foot, but press the other parts of your feet down too. Notice your breathing. If you need to come out of this sooner, I would like you to. Do what feels best for your body. Take a breath in and out. Lower your rear end down. Bring one knee in, a hand on the knee, the other knee in. Gently roll a little bit. That should feel good. Then your feet on the floor. Take a breath. And out. Then we're going to roll on to my belly. Getting onto your belly, we're going to bring I'm going to get on the mat. Hands, one palm down, the other palm on top, front of the chin up, hand. Do a pelvic tilt. Feel pubic bone pressing down. Low cobra. Don't use your arms. Bring your chin, throat, chest up. We're going to bring our elbows in at our sides. Our arms are limp on the floor. We don't really need them at all. We're strengthening our low back. You want to go as high as you can without hurting. Shoulders away from ears. My toes are on the floor. And then you can lower down, your hands under your chin, bend your knees, let your feet go side to side. And then your feet down. Now we're going to do a new posture, forearm plank. We're going to get up onto our elbows. My elbows are directly under my shoulders. My elbows are not turned out. They're right under my shoulders. Pull the shoulders way back. So now watch that again. This is shoulders near ears, and sometimes people do this, and I call it a valley in between the shoulder blades. You want to lift up, not sinking. So we're going to push the pubic bone down and drag the forearms back. Then we're going to release the pelvic tilt. See if you can engage your core, if you have the awareness, the ability to do that. You're going to lift the hips off the floor. This is what I call half forearm plank. My head's not falling forward, it's not jutting forward. I'm pushing the lower part of my head towards the ceiling and the crown of my head towards the wall in front of me. There's some work in the belly. You might need to come right out of that. So if it's okay to stay, you will. And whenever we stay, we want to do the breath. So we'll do that again. So we try to engage the core, lifting the hips up. The knees are on the floor. Shoulders need to pull back. You could hurt your shoulders if they go up near your ears there. We need them pulled back. Breathing. Head doesn't sink. Push the lower part of the head back, crown of the head forward. Notice what it's like to do a full breath. Remember, you could always come out of this sooner. Okay, then you can lower down. Bring your hands under your chin, bend your knees, let your feet go a little bit each way. Full breath in, feel your belly expand into the floor and sink. Bring your feet down. Again, the pelvic tilt, a low cobra, chin, throat, chest up, elbows in, but arms limp on the floor. Trying to bring the chest as high away from the floor that you can. Crown of the head reaches forward. Lower part of the head is pressing back. I'm trying to exaggerate that so it's not this, and it's not this, and it's not this. It's this. You don't need to stay as long as I am. Breathe in and out if you're still there. Then we'll lower down, hands under chin, bend knees, let feet go side to side. Then your feet down. We're going to get up into child, so crawling the forearms back, turning the tailbone up, and bringing your rear end towards your heels, or whatever is best for you. Pull shoulders back, a long breath in and out. You could have your head on your hands or maybe no hands. It all depends on what's most comfortable for you. Then we're going to come up to table. Middle fingers are forward. We're going to bring our left knee an inch closer to our right. Look forward, no valleys, so shoulders away from ears, index finger base is sinking, right thigh in towards belly and out. So by now I'm hoping you're stronger in your core and you could keep the low back flat, but it's good to remind yourself to not let the low back sway. We're going to hold the leg out now, point the foot, shoulders away from ears, straight leg, lower toes an inch away from the floor and up and lowering and up, and we'll do one more. We're going to hold the thigh and the leg up, bend the knee, foot flex. We're lowering the knee a little bit. It might bother your back to go up too high, but you want to go as high as it's safe for your back. Core pulled in makes it safe. Index finger base is sinking, shoulders away from ears. And then we're going to bring the knee down, the knees apart, turn your tailbone up and go to child. So say your tailbone's turning way under, then you might want to stay up a little higher. So no pull in the low back, but a stretch in the rear end. Your head can rest on your hands. Full belly breath in and out. Then we'll come up to table for the other side. My right knee goes an inch closer to my left. I'm looking forward, head not sinking. Left thigh in towards belly and out. Exhale in, inhale out. Index finger bases sink. And then we're going to hold the leg out long, foot pointed, shoulders away from ears, no valleys here. Elbows are straight. We're going to lower the toes an inch away from the floor and bring it up. So straight leg down and up, and one more. Core pulled in, thigh parallel, bend knee, flex foot, hands pushing down, elbows straight. Lower the knee a little, take care. Only go as high as you should with your knee going up. And one more. Then your knee down, your knees are hip width apart, turn the tailbone up and go to child. Pull shoulders away from ears, full breath in and out. We're going to do a sun breath here, reaching up, lengthen up, and exhale, hands to table. Walk your hands forward. We're going to half plank. So wrists are under shoulders, straight line from shoulders to knees. This is half plank. Exhale to puppy dog, rear ends up in the air. Head, try not to let it sink if you need to, of course, but could you hold your ears in between your arms? Index finger bases are still on the floor. Now we're going to move with the breath. Inhale forward, shoulders come over wrists. Exhale, puppy dog. We'll move one more time. The next time we're in half plank, we're going to hold there in half plank. So the hips don't sink, we're holding them up. We're pushing the hands firmly into the floor. We're trying to push our hands to the floor below, and that just changes how it feels in the upper back as opposed to kind of being there limp. Remember, you could always come out of this sooner, no hurting in your back, wrists or shoulders. Breathe in and out. And you could go to puppy dog. Turning tailbone up, rear ends up in the air, index finger base is still on the floor. Don't hurt your neck, but if it's all right, you might even turn your eyeballs to look between your hands. But don't hurt your neck. Keep pulling shoulders way back. Index finger bases stay down. One more breath here. We'll be going to child. And then you can bring your elbows in, your hands wherever you like, however child is best for you. Maybe the rear end's up in the air and you're up a little higher. And then we're gonna come up to standing, curling the toes under, walking the feet forward, coming up to standing. And we're going to do soldier. So I'm gonna step here so you can see my feet really well. We're gonna reach the fingertips towards the floor. Pull the shoulders way down. So do you have that ability? I'm hoping that you're getting that ability to pull the shoulders way down. The feet are firmly pressing down. They're parallel, hip width apart. So now lengthen up out of your waist. Long breath in. And then just soften, let go. A little march. If it's all right, you'll do a bigger march. The arms will go farther front to back and the knees come up. And then you could bring your feet down, thumb tips together, thumb tips right on your belly button. So find it, middle fingers touch, pull your shoulders down. Do a pelvic tilt and then let it release. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see that. Do a pelvic tilt and then let it release. This pelvic tilt is very important. If you don't do this, you could hurt your back. We're gonna see what it's like to tip back and come up. Tipping back. So your hands are there because you're gonna maybe feel something under your hands. We're going to do 2 more, only stay if it's all right for your back. Lots of work for the belly, no hurting in your back. Shoulders down, elbows in, the lower part of the head back. So your chin, the lower part of your chin will be parallel with the floor. Press the pads of the toes down. Don't stay if it doesn't feel good, but stay if you can. Breathe in and out. And then you could come up and we'll do a march again. You could start as a little march and then a bigger march and the arms swing. Good. And then both feet down. We'll come back to soldier again. Feet pressed down, fingertips towards the floor. Pull the shoulders down. Lengthen out of your waist. And now we'll bring the arms up and reach up. And only look up if it's all right for your neck. Try to pull your shoulders down. So if you look this way, this is shoulders down. This is shoulders up. We want to pull them down. Sometimes the elbows bend, but they don't need to over time. Breathe in. Exhale. You could lower your hands down in front. Good. We're going to do a sun breath. Reach up, look up, lengthen up, and exhale. Now we're going to do a new posture. It has a lot of parts to it. So we're going to put our hands on our waist, step our feet apart. Right now my feet are parallel. We're going to see if we could step the feet farther apart. You don't want to be unbalanced. You want to be stable and steady, but you do want them far enough apart so something happens. So if your feet are like this, nothing much will happen. But of course, maybe that's the way you need to do it. So they're as far apart as comfortable. The rule of thumb is the length of one of your legs is really perfect. So we're going to turn the right, you're just going to watch all this, right? You're going to turn the right foot out, left foot in. But my hips, they tend to want to go that way. I'm just going to kind of comfortably bring them this way. Going to drop my hands, do a sun breath. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, arms parallel, palms face forward. Quite often people are doing this, but you want to try to learn to bring them down. I'm going to stick this hip that way, and then I'm going to reach that way. You'll see. You're going to just watch right now. Stick the left hip out sideways, so quite often people twist a little. Keep it sideways. Reach. How far can you go? Comfortably so, no hurting. Hand comes down. The other arm goes up. I'm pushing my head in line with my back and looking up at my hand. There's a lot going on in this posture. I'll talk about it when we do it again. We're going to inhale up, pivot the foot in, lower the hands down. So before you actually do it, although if you've watched this several times, you can do it with me each time. I'm going to do the other side in case you're watching it for the second time. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This time my feet are wide apart. My arm, we'll do a sun breath. The arms come parallel. Palms are facing that way. I'm going to turn my left foot out and right foot in a little bit. So you want my whole body, you shouldn't see it all because I should be in one plane. I'm going to stick the right hip to the right, reaching sideways. So I'm going to look this way so I can reach sideways, lower my hand down wherever, how far out that way I could go, and this arm up. Lower part of the head back, and I'm looking up at my hand. A full breath in and out. So I'm hoping I was in one plane, including my head. Quite often people do this or they do this. You'll bug your neck. You want it right in line with your torso and everything else. And okay, so some troubleshooting things that some people, I would say everybody does it until you learn how to not do it. So the feet are wide apart. Just gonna show this quick, go into it. Sticking out, going that way, going down. So this is what happens. You see pictures in magazines with people holding on to their ankle and people bend forward and they do this. That pulls right here in the sacrum area of your back. We want to keep it all sideways, but how many people are flexible to do this? Not many at all. It depends on how far apart your feet are also. So you want to keep it quite sideways. The hip goes out, reaching. Now watch this part. This is the key to keep it sideways. You don't go any farther. This is as far as I could go forward. Just lower the hand and the other arm up. Feet push down, lengthening. Now I'm going to show all of that on the other side. You'll get to do this 3 times if you've been watching it right along. A sun breath. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, arms parallel. Turn left foot out, right foot in. Now we don't want to twist towards our left. Keep it sideways. Stick the outside of the right hip out, keeping it sideways, reaching to the left as far as you could go. Torso stays right there. Hand comes down, arm goes up, head, it's better, it's right in line, and turning the face to look at the hand. Full breath in, push feet firmly down, arms longer. Breath. And then we'll come up, turn the feet in, lower the hands down. We're just gonna do a little march before we do that again. Okay, both feet down. We'll step the feet apart. The wider you go, the better really, safer for you, but you gotta be stable right here. We're gonna do a sun breath. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lengthen. That I hope is lengthening you. Palms face forward, right foot turns out, left foot turns in. The left hip tips to the left. We're reaching to the right as far as we could go, quite sideways, no twisting towards the floor. Right hand down, left arm up. My left arm is right across from the top of this shoulder and looking up at my hand. Now try to push your feet firmly down like we do in Soldier. Try to lengthen your torso. Come out of this when you need to. You should feel some work in your left side, the love handle area. A stretch in your right inner thigh. We're strengthening the side of the neck. A full breath in and out. Then we're going to come up, pivot the foot in, lower the hands down, do a sun breath. Inhale, reach up, shoulders try to pull down. Exhale, arms parallel, palms face forward. Turn the left foot out, right foot in, shoulders pull down, neck long. Stick the outside of the right hip out, go sideways, no twisting here. Go as far as you could over that leg. Then hand comes down, other arm goes up. Head, we get it right in line with torso, and turn face to look at your hand. Feet firmly pressed down, strengthening love handle area here, stretching left inner thigh, firmly pushing feet down longer. The breath's important. As you breathe in, imagine your whole body filling up with breath and out. And then we'll come up, pivot the feet in, lower the hands down. Step the feet towards one another. Do a little march. And then another leaning back. Thumb tips together. They go right on top of your belly button. The palms down. Do you see that triangle between my thumbs and index fingers? Middle fingers are touching. Very important pelvic tilt. Lengthening out of waist, tipping back and coming up. It's all about the core here. Keep your back safe. Don't do this if it hurts your back. Just standing upright with a pelvic tilt is helpful to get stronger. We'll stay back now. Long breath in. Keep turning tailbone under. Try to press the pads of the toes down, shoulders down, elbows in. The lower part of the head back. It looks like this. Okay, you could come up and we're going to sit down and we're going to lean back. So just as we've done this in each video, palms turned up, we're going back a little and up. I'll just go sideways. So we're going back and up, and then we'll stay and breathe. Full breath in. Try to turn the pinky side of your hand as high as the index finger side, and a long breath out. And then you could come up, and we're gonna get to our back, feet at the top of the mat, lowering down. How slow can you go? The slower you go, the more challenging it is. Don't do anything that hurts your back. Once your low back gets down, you can bring your knees in, hold on to them, your head down, gently roll. Take a nap. You could close your eyes, a long breath in and out. Then your feet on the floor, hip width apart, heels not too close to your rear end. Your heels should be under your knees, or if you have a knee problem, they go a little bit more forward. Palms down, shoulders down, arms long, pelvic tilt, feel the low back, go closer to the floor, press into your feet, bridge, bringing the rear end up. Nice long breath in and out. So remember, the knees like to splay apart. We try to press the big ball bounce down. Try to use your inner thighs. It's as if you're squeezing a ball between your knees, but there is no ball. It's not knees together though, so that's a little confusing. Breath in, lips soft, jaw relaxed, and out. Then you could lower your rear end down, bring a knee in, gently roll a little bit each way. Place your feet on the floor, your hands on your belly, close your eyes, lips soft and closed. Notice if your forehead and in between your eyebrows is tense at all. See if you could take a long breath in and feel the muscles of your face release. If your back is all right with it, we're going to lengthen one leg out long and the other. You could always keep one or two knees bent. We're going to bring our hands about 12 inches away from our sides. And we're just going to now fall into the floor. Let go everywhere. One more gentle breath in and out. You could stay there relaxing, just letting go, falling into the floor. That's it for now. Continue watching this video until you are feeling comfortable with it, you know how to do it, both in your body and your mind. Namaste. For more videos for safe yoga for beginners, go to lizhallyoga.com.